Yo, if you just started your t-shirt business, don't make this mistake right here. What's happening, everybody? Boy Big Brando, and today we're gonna be talking about a mistake that I used to make when I first started, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you are starting to make this same mistake, and I'm letting you know I still make this same exact mistake till this day. Now, if you're like me and you started your t-shirt business, chances are you have a lot of friends and family that are in your ear chirping you every single day. Once they find out about your business, they have $1,000,000 ideas. And now they're telling you, if you made a shirt that looked like this, you'd make $1,000,000. Or if you made that shirt, but in this color, you'd sell way more of them. We all go through this. There isn't any exception to this because for whatever reason, our friends and family always want to give their 2 cents about the t-shirt business, even though they don't own their own t-shirt business. They have $1,000,000 ideas, and they think every single idea they have is a great idea. Now, I've made a lot of videos about this subject in the past, but I wanted to share something with you guys that I went through just not too long ago where I fell into the same mistake, and I let outside voices influence what I was doing within my business. Now, usually I'm pretty good about ignoring all of those outside voices, but for whatever reason, I got caught up in the hype and I started to get influenced. So a few years ago, I released a shirt that said Island Made. It looked just like this. Here's the transfer right here, brown, white stroke around there, and then inside of the text, you have Polynesian tattoo patterns all throughout the text. I've been selling this t-shirt for a few years now. A lot of you guys know I vend at a lot of Hawaiian festivals around Southern California, and this shirt does good. Black t-shirt, this same exact print, on tank tops and t-shirts, it does good every year. Sometimes I switch it up and I tweak the design a little bit, but for the most part, I bring the same exact t-shirt everywhere I go and it sells really, really well. So I started to get caught up in the hype. A lot of people would come into the booth and say, hey, you know what would be cool is if you made a black t-shirt with red print. And I would always entertain whatever somebody was talking about, but at the same time, I'd be like, you know what, there's not a lot of people that wear red that I know of, or the places that I vend at, or even at my store. So I usually tend to stay away from that kind of stuff. But since this design does so well for me at festivals, in my store, online, I was like, you know what, maybe I should switch it up a little bit and offer a different color. So I did it, and I dropped it in red. Same exact thing, white stroke, white text down here, red. Same patterns on the inside. All I did was switch up the color of the text. Now I put these on a gang sheet. I was already gonna re-up on the brown one, so I put brown, red, and gray. And in my head, I'm like, you know what? People could wear these with their Jordans because most Jordans are black and red. I've had a lot of people at festivals come up to me and say, you know, I wish you had this in black and red, or you should make it in black and red. I've had a few people come to the store and ask if I have it in black and red. So I delivered. And I made black and red, and I sold absolutely zero. The first festival I brought this shirt to, I played it pretty conservative, and I just brought a dozen of each size in the black and red. None of them sold. But I was like, you know, not a big problem. I have a retail store. I could stock the shelves at the retail store with the black and red. So everything from that festival I brought back and I stocked the shelves in my retail store, and I still sold zero. And now I'm thinking like, man, all these people that were talking about they wanted black and red, now that I got black and red, it's not moving. I should have listened to my gut and said, I don't know too many people that wear red, and never went forward with this print. But on the flip side, I did have a gray print on that same transfer sheet. Remember, I ganged them up. I did 3 on that sheet. The gray did really well. Black t-shirt, gray print, killed. I still sell it to this day. I even put it on a trucker hat, and that still sells to this day. But to date, the red has not sold 1 t-shirt at all. And like I said, I fall into this mistake still till this day. I've been in the game for many, many years, and I always tell people, try not to listen to those outside influences because those people have no business within your business. But even me, sometimes I get wrapped up in the hype also, and it's easy to feed into a lot of whatever outside influence you have, because when the going is good, you're not thinking about the bad. And like I said, that brown t-shirt moves for me. Black t-shirt, brown print, that same design has sold for years after years after years of selling the same t-shirt. There's people that buy the t-shirt, see me at another festival and be like, man, I need another one, or I need one for my dad, or mine's all faded from the last time I seen you, so I need another one. There are so many people that buy this t-shirt at the festivals or in store. So we're moving units. And when somebody comes up to me and says, hey, you know what, if you had this in black and red, it'd be dope. I'm clocking it and I'm thinking, all right, you know what? This design does do well. Maybe I should be switching up the colors. Wrong. I should have never switched up the colors. I should have stuck to my guns and just said, you know what? I'm only offering brown. This is what I got. And remember, I don't claim to know everything about the t-shirt business. A lot of it is trial and error. For myself, I like to minimize a lot of the risk by testing things out before I do it. And I went against everything that I normally do. I didn't test out the red design. I ordered 200 transfers. Remember, I was already gonna re-up on the brown transfers, so I said, let me just gang up a red one on here and a gray one. So it's not a complete loss, but at the same exact time, I wasted a lot of t-shirts by pre-pressing those shirts to bring it to a festival without testing the design first. I just went ahead and brought them, pre-pressed a dozen of each size. That's small through 3X. I'm glad I didn't do tank tops also. It was just on t-shirts, but you live and you learn. Now, what did I do with all those t-shirts that I didn't sell? Most of you guys know this, but I do this thing called the DOH Project, D-O-H Project. Obviously, it's a play on my name, Brando, but it stands for Dressing Our Homeless. What I do is I put these bags together that have socks, hygiene products. Anytime I have t-shirts that don't sell for me, I put them in a bag and I hand them out to the homeless. I also donate a lot of those t-shirts to different organizations and different people in need. So there's a lot of motorcycle clubs here in Southern California, especially Polynesian clubs, car clubs, motorcycle clubs, hula halaus. They're always doing fundraisers and they're always giving back to the island. So what they do is they fill up these containers here in Southern California, and those containers get shipped off to Hawaii, to Samoa, to wherever. Anytime I see something like that coming up, I bring t-shirts. A lot of people, what they do is they clean out their closets and they bring clothes to donate, and that's cool. But you gotta remember, some people like brand new clothes. Sometimes it could be a mental thing where people feel like, oh man, I'm just getting hand-me-downs or I'm just getting somebody's used clothes. So I like to donate brand new stuff. If I have a bunch of t-shirts that aren't selling, I'm gonna donate those brand new t-shirts to somebody that can use it. And also, you gotta remember, like when the fires happened here in Los Angeles, people started donating a ton of clothes. And I'm talking about mountains of clothes. But a lot of people were donating stuff that was used. And these people just lost everything. Their houses, their homes, their valuables, everything. Then they go to one of these donation centers to get clothes for them and their family, and emotionally, it's already a lot, right? They're thankful and they're grateful that there's people donating, but at the same exact time, some of these people just want a sense of normalcy, and instead of picking through used clothes, they might want to pick through some brand new clothes. Every place that I've donated t-shirts and hoodies and socks to, that's one of the biggest things is people appreciate the brand new stuff, not because they're picky and they only want brand new stuff, but like I said, it's a mental thing. These people just lost everything. There's so many mixed emotions going around. Having a sense of something brand new that they can call their own is a small win for them. So for me, whenever I have an overabundance of t-shirts that I can't move, it's not going to waste. I'm donating everything. Whether I'm doing it personally through the DOH Project and I'm bagging this stuff up myself and handing it out myself to the less fortunate here in Los Angeles, or these things are getting boxed up and shipped off to people that need them. And when I do this, I donate privately. I don't put cameras in nobody's faces. I don't record myself doing this stuff because it's not for me to promote and show off. I get this question all the time and it's like, what do you do with the t-shirts that you can't sell? That's the answer right there, is I donate everything. I don't sell it for discount. I chalk it up as a loss and give it to somebody that needs it. And remember, not every single t-shirt design that I put out is a home run. I have a lot of flops just like this. There's designs or colorways that don't sell for myself. I don't let that stop me. I chalk it up as a loss and I keep it moving, because up top, there's a million other ideas I need to get out. I don't let one bad idea stop the whole production line. The bad idea gets removed, the new idea comes to life. Just because something don't sell doesn't mean it's the end of the world. And remember, if you have a bunch of t-shirts that you can't sell, that's been taking up space in your house, your work area, your closet, your garage, wherever you store all your t-shirts. If you have shirts that aren't moving, that haven't moved in a long time, sometimes that real estate in your workspace is worth more than the actual t-shirts. So get out and donate those t-shirts. Give it to somebody that can use it. That's what I do. If you have any questions about anything I talked about in this video, please leave it in the comments for me. Follow me on Instagram, Big Brando TV. Catch you guys on the next one, man. Yeah.